Hello, y'all. Thank you so much for being here. Y'all, it's the day I've been waiting for. I'm so excited. I can't stop smiling. We have the amazing, wonderful, super swagged out 1K Phew, Atlanta's one and only. Yes, I'm so blessed. And I just let me just put it out here, y'all, real quick for HPP Treasure. If you don't know God, okay, if you are on the fence, let me be a testimony to you right now that this meeting with this gentleman was literally a figment of my imagination 2 weeks ago. You hear me? And I'm just telling you that God is moving 110%. And so I just want to say, if you do not know God, please consult to your nearest Bible. Okay, that one that's over in the corner that got dust on it. You can dust that off and open it up, please. Okay, because He is definitely moving. This is 100% a blessing that you have graced me with your presence, 1K Phew. So I appreciate it 100%.
No, I appreciate y'all having me. I appreciate the opportunity.
Yes, yes. So let's dive in. So I know I want to start with your name for those who might be sleeping and don't know you, right? Tell me more a little bit about what the meaning behind your name is.
Yeah, so 1K few man. 1K just meaning being 1,000. Being authentic. Some people say keeping it 100, but we keep it 1,000 all the way authentic to what God called us to be. And like when God give you a purpose in life, a lot of people may not understand. A lot of people probably might judge you, and even with what I got going on, it's like people look at me, look how I dress, how I talk, how I do music, and it's not the traditional way that the gospel is spread. So you got some people kind of looking sideways, like, hold on, like what is he on? What is he about? But it's just I'm just walking in what God got for me. You feel what I'm saying? I feel like our purpose. I mean, I feel like our purpose is His promise. You feel what I'm saying? So it's guaranteed to us. So all we gotta do is just basically walk in and be 100, be 1,000, really. So that's really what 1K came from. And Phew is just short for nephew. Just my whole life, just that was just kind of like some Atlanta slang. I was always the youngest, so everybody just called me nephew all the time. So kind of ran with that and put two
Right,
and three together.
right,
Yeah.
right. So now I think I read that your name was Future Kid at one point.
Oh, no,
Was
for sure, for sure. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Future kid. Yeah, I started out as Future kid, especially in the city, like as a younger artist. You feel what I'm saying? I've been in the game for a little minute, man. Like I like when I'm Future kid, I probably like around 12 years old, somewhere around there.
okay, okay. And so that's what I want to go into next. What was your life before your music career? Tell me a little bit more about that.
Man, just growing up, figuring out, trying to figure it out. And I came up on the east side of Atlanta, Latonia, Georgia, like, Stevenson High School. Um, just trying to figure it out, just like everybody else. And my parents, like, they really moved out the hood before I was young, like before I was born. You feel what I'm saying? Trying to give me a better way. And like we kind of moved to middle class. That's what Latonia is, like middle class area. And long story short, like Latonia, that's the spot like where everybody, that's from the hood move to. You feel what I'm saying? To get out the hood. So it's literally like the hood in middle class. You feel what I'm saying? It's just kind of like better housing or whatever. But it was just kind of easy to get, into the wrong crowd. And I wouldn't even say the wrong crowd because it's like that was my neighborhood. You feel what I'm saying? I just go outside and
Right.
play basketball, and I'm outside. You feel what I'm saying? All type of stuff going on. So I just adapted to the wrong things in a younger age, and my church was still in the hood. You feel what I'm saying? So we moved like locations with the house, but the church was still the same. I was a church kid for sure, like all my life, and we was really more at church than at school, if anything. And even at church, I saw stuff at a younger age. You know, I didn't really understand at the time, and know what I'm saying? Just got into kind of like the wrong stuff there too. So kind of had to bump my head a few times. And long story short, just being out in the street, I got into a situation where I got shot at or whatever. And we had made it out like we were straight, like we didn't get locked up, nobody got hit, like nothing happening in
By the
that
grace
moment.
of God.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. And in that moment, I I pretty much thank God and like just on some like I'm done with this life. Like, cause I'm one of them people like some only got to happen with me one time. You
Right,
feel
that
like
part.
I ain't really was trying to play Russian roulette with God, and I knew if I kept running, like either two things were gonna happen. Dead in jail. So I just chose life. You feel what I'm saying? And just put that relationship over religion. You feel what I'm saying? And even at the time, like when I got shot at, like I was doing gospel rap. You feel what I'm saying? I was Future Kid. You feel what I'm saying? And but it was just I was just still going with that mindset. That's pretty much all I knew, like all I came up around. And yeah, long story short, I ended up changing my name, changing everything, and really start putting that relationship over the religion and started, grasping my purpose like way more. And and I just stopped playing and just took it all the way serious.
100%. So when did you know, like, your ticket to where you're at now? Like, I know that you're with Reach Records. I know that probably didn't start right out in the beginning. When did you know, okay, like, this is what I'm doing? And then you slowly kind of knew, all right, I got my foot in the door. When did that kind of start happening, if that makes sense?
Man, I'll say like when I first met Zaytoven,
Okay.
Zaytoven, he was the first person like out of everybody, like as far as like in the industry, anybody like that had some motion going on. That was the first person I linked up with out of everybody. And then after Zay, you know what I'm saying, like I just kind of started to go up from there. Like I had the one song with Zay called Church Gone Wild that it went up. You feel what I'm saying? But before Church Gone Wild, I had a couple more songs with him, and it got like some attention from like other artists, like and one of them being Kent Jones. You feel what I'm saying? And my brother Tonio, I'll never forget. Like I was at an open mic, and Tonio had came to see me perform, and I had linked up with Tonio after the open mic. And long story short, he introduced me to Canton, and I just started traveling around with them, and just kind of learning from them and just building and like building my craft. And like just different doors started opening. And Church Gone Wild really was the one. Like when me and Tone had made Church Gone Wild, that's really the song that kind of you know took us up, because it like Church Gone Wild, they were playing that like on the secular station, like on the gospel station,
All
everywhere, like,
right.
and it like it went up. So they just opened a whole bunch of doors, like a whole bunch of label meetings, and you know what I'm saying, even got the attention of KP Kawan Pratcher. You know what I'm saying, he a legend in the city, and I forgot who else, but long story short, after all that, the head engineer Reach Biz, he had reached out to me like on my Instagram DM, basically saying, Lecrae was working on his album, and they needed like some writers and stuff like that, like for this production, because the production they had was from Zaytoven and Metro Boomin, Honorable C Note, all these folks. Ain't nobody like on that side, like in Christian hip hop, is like really be on that sound. You feel what I'm saying? Be on that wave. So I really went up there like to help write for the album. So the very first song they pulled up, the very first beat they pulled up with this was the Hammer Time beat.
Oh,
This whole like
yeah.
Hammer Time, yeah. So that's the very first song I did when I went up. That's the very first hook I did, and I think I did like three hooks. I did that hook first and like two other hooks, and like they was rocking with him so heavy they called Cray to come in. I didn't even know Cray was there,
Oh,
and he came in like, and I'm saying they played him the Hammer Time when he had lost it. Like he was like, oh man, that's crazy, and he ended up telling me, he was like, he was gonna keep me on the hook because he was like it was so crazy. And he was like, I'm saying, go ahead and try to write a verse. And if the verse hard, I'll keep it. You feel what I'm saying? So it's like I ended up writing the verse. Like he rocked with the verse, he put a verse on there. And then he ended up telling me he was gonna put on the album. And I was like, man, that's crazy. Like he was gonna put on the album. And then he ended up saying it was gonna be one of the singles on the album. And I was like, oh yeah, that's even more
right.
crazy. So that's how that whole situation like came about. That was a God thing for sure. Like he just put it all together like from day one. And it just kind of turned into what it was.
Man, as he always does. So look, I'm gonna tell you when I learned about you. Hold on, let me see if I can cue up this video. Lord, please don't make me mess this up. Hold on one
Yeah.
second.
Hey, knock knock, I'm kicking it in. Hey,
Yeah.
I look at the wins. I came a little short on Wednesday. It's
It's
still
still
a
a
win.
win.
If they don't want to see you up like Ross, them ain't your friend. And I ain't gonna point no finger at nobody. I'm gonna point a few elbows though. You told me don't say nothing when you know you don't know. I ain't never gonna get canceled like the
Like
Romeo
the
show.
show.
Hey,
And I'm sharper than a preacher and a deacon. I'm freaking. It's disrespectful when you say I'm dripping. I'm leaking. This flavor comes from God. I don't hide it when I'm seeking. I ain't putting on all this armor for no reason. I ain't finna come take your number while you leaving.
okay.
Baby girl, you have to pardon me this evening.
You know what I'm telling
Even
you.
if I look, I'm sorry, it's deceiving.
Let's
I can't
go.
come sleep outside with you, it's freezing. You already know what it
Hey,
is, man.
Yeah.
man. That
Yes,
right
sir.
there, man,
Sir.
that right there. That's when I was like, who is
Yes,
that?
sir. Yes, sir. Yeah, we in there. Yeah,
Yes,
that was the BT Gospel Cipher right there. Shout out to Cray for reaching out to me to come on.
man.
Yeah, that was hard.
That was amazing. So, how did you come upon that opportunity? Because I didn't even know there was anything like gospel related with the Super Bowl. So, yeah, that was
So they kind of
amazing.
reached out to Lacrae to do it, and instead of him doing it alone, he had kind of picked like some of the the top artists in the space or whatever in the genre. And we just came together, we brought it together. Like he told everybody to, I think do 16 or however many bars. And everybody just brought it together. Everybody came together and did it.
That's what's up. I
Yep.
who was else on that? Lecrae, Lawande, not Clyde. I got
Yeah.
AI the Anomaly, John Keith, and No Big Deal. No Big Deal's my guy too.
Yeah. Yeah. Deal go crazy too. Deal go crazy.
Yeah. So, and I want to speaking of No Big Deal. I know he speaks about some of his music about going independent, and I know a lot of rappers talk about that. What's the advantages to being with a record label? I know you're with Reach. What's the advantages to that, and what's all the hype about being independent? Can you tell me a little bit more about that?
Man, being independent, man, especially these days, it's like you own everything.
Okay,
What in is what you get, and I ain't gonna lie, like you got more freedom too. But I'm fortunate enough to be, to be with a label like that gives me freedom and and really believes in my vision and is behind me. You feel what I'm saying? Because a lot of people don't got that situation. But when you go independent, you know, even though you got to put up everything, you still get all
right,
that yourself. So I do feel I encourage all artists to really be independent for real, especially these days, because you can put something out on TikTok and Instagram and it'll go viral just like that. You feel what I'm saying?
right,
Like nowadays. And I just know a lot of artists, a lot of independent artists who are very well off from doing what they do. You feel what I'm saying? So it's definitely possible. You just gotta put that work in. A lot of people don't really want to put the work in for real. That's why they kind of want to be with the label or whatever. But even with the label, it's like for a label to sign you, you already gotta kind of have some motion going on, or at least potential for them to see. You feel what I'm saying? So
right,
I mean, the label side ain't always what is you know cracked up to be either. But that's if you don't got the knowledge. You feel what I'm saying? So, but I definitely feel like nowadays the best way is to go independent for real. Like
right.
to just own everything yourself and really learn yourself and build your own team. Like you can't and being independent don't mean do it yourself either. You definitely gotta have a team. Like whether you
Right.
sign or independent, like you can't do nothing by yourself.
Well, like you said, and with the internet, there's so many different outlets to where you can just go viral, or you can be on
Yeah.
TikTok or Facebook or whatever, and you can, you know what I mean. But you are lacking that support too, right? A little bit, and
Yeah,
you footing the whole bill too, which I know it ain't pretty on some days, right?
yeah, nah, for sure, for sure.
Yeah,
Hey, that's the sacrifice you gotta be willing to make though. Like if you really love what you do, like you gotta be like you gotta be ready to risk it all. You feel what I'm saying? Like
yeah,
and especially if it's your purpose. You know what I'm saying? Like it's already guaranteed to you. It's promised to you. So you just gotta step out on faith. Sometimes it ain't always gonna be profitable. Especially at the beginning.
right.
But you gotta have that faith to keep going.
Awesome. So let's talk about this is my one of my favorite songs, Glorious. I have it showcased on my site, and I'm gonna be honest with you. I swear to you, I'm not exaggerating. I probably have listened to this song over 200-300 times. It is on
Right.
my playlist right
Yeah.
now as we
I
speak. I listen
appreciate
to it
that.
every day.
I
Yes.
appreciate that for sure.
And just a real quick, a short story. So my daughter, she's 16, and so I, on my site, I have that song showcase because it seriously brings me to utterance, 100%, or to tears, either or. Each time I hear it, and
Wow.
I my intentions was to keep switching out different songs and different artists, and my 16-year-old, who is 100% of the world, we gonna pray for her,
Yeah.
but she said, "No, mom, leave that song. You leave that song there. I love that song. Keep that song on your site." And so I said, "Okay, I will. I'm gonna keep that song." But it's
That's
it's ministering to her as well. So I just want to thank you for that
man.
sincerely.
Man, I appreciate that, man. And I ain't gonna lie, that's really the goal and the mission that I'm on, man. Like, I ain't really here to preach to the choir, and even though I come from the church, my mission is to really, show people the love of Christ, bro. Because a lot of people just they ready to judge, they ready to give up on you, they ready to count you out. But you just gotta know, like, the love of Christ is unconditional. You feel what I'm saying? And they gon' I don't know, man. You just gotta be ready for all trials and tests. You feel what I'm saying? Because even in James, it say when trials come your way, you gotta consider it joy. You feel what I'm
Hmm.
saying? So, I just feel like we all gotta be on that mission. We all gotta stand for something, or we gonna fall for anything. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, but that's my main mission, is to save the lost, man. Like, because a lot of people really ain't lost. It's just the church could be considered fake sometimes. So,
Yep.
it can be kind of hard to be around that. But, your relationship can't be with the church. Your relationship got to be with God. You feel what I'm
Right
saying?
there, that part
And, yeah,
exactly.
yeah, and that's what I strive to show people every day. Like, to keep that relationship over religion, man. Like, for sure.
Yeah, I moved out. I'm out here in Washington on an island, on Camino Island, and I just moved out here, actually from Atlanta, and we'll talk about that shortly. But so I've only been out here for about 4 months, so I don't have a church home, don't know no pastor, don't really got no friends, none of that. But I've been in my word every day, and I'm talking about I've been so deep in it, way deeper than I think I would have been going to church every Sunday, or listening to whatever sermon that they felt was on their heart. I'm able to look into my Bible every day and find out what's on my heart and what God got for me, and so it's deeper for me right now in my walk without even a building around, right? You know what I'm saying? And
Facts. Facts.
so yeah, so I definitely want to speak to that you don't have to have church in a church building. It ain't about the building, right? So
Facts. That's big facts.
yeah, so okay, so you got a stellar award, and this is 2022 with your collaboration with Lacrae.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah,
2022 Stellar Award
yeah,
for sure.
yes.
For sure.
Congratulations on that. But you got a nomination this year. Talk a little bit about that.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. We shout out my brother Zaytoven, man. We got a project Pray for Atlanta out right now. Going crazy. Everybody loving it. And was blessed enough to, be nominated twice this year for a stellar best gospel rap album and best gospel rap single, I believe. And yeah, I'm excited. I'm always excited, man. Like the Stellars. I remember once upon a time the Stellar wasn't showing no type of love, man. Like so I ain't gonna cap, but I appreciate every time. Like it don't never get old to get nominated to win anything. Cause I remember when. You feel what I'm saying? So I
Right.
definitely don't for granted at all. And it's just a testament to show that you just gotta stay consistent to what your purpose is. What I keep saying, like, cause it's promised to us. You feel what I'm saying? It's gonna happen. Cause at first, like,
Right.
I was super discouraged. Like, what I'm saying? I was like, but these folks ain't gonna ever accept what we got going on. What I'm saying? Now it's hard to see, where it turned into.
Right. So tell me a little bit more about why you decided to name the album you and Zaytoven, the Pray for Atlanta. Tell me more about that.
Man, I've been telling everybody, what I'm saying, lately, like, I'm just trying to promote the power of prayer. You feel what I'm
Right.
saying? And I feel like I just had to take responsibility just to start that off in my city. You feel what I'm saying? And really make it personal to where I come from. And you know, that's why we, you know, naming it Pray for Atlanta. It's just a lot of stuff going on, a lot of people getting killed, getting locked up, and just losing all around. You feel what I'm saying? And
Right.
I just want to remind people ain't nothing more, you know, powerful than prayer. You feel what I'm saying? So, and
Yeah.
that's really the main thing. Like when I brought it to Zay, he was excited about it. Like he was like, oh, that's it. You feel what I'm saying? As soon as I said the title, he was like, that's it. We actually working on the second one right now. You feel what I'm saying? So we
Oh,
gonna,
good.
yeah, we're gonna keep it going. We're gonna keep it going. And we just trying to really bridge that gap. You feel what I'm saying? And you know, shout out to my brother Young Dro, shout out to Honcho, Pastor Troy. You know what I'm saying? Everybody, man, like that was a part of that project. Just I'm trying to build a, you know, a lane in a space where, you know, like not your average, you know, gospel artist, like they can come and really, you know, vent and really share their testimony and really, you know, shine light and give hope. You feel what I'm saying? From artists you wouldn't even expect that from. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
So I just, you know, I love doing stuff like that too.
Awesome. So, and now what I was kind of referring to earlier, so I came from Atlanta. I moved to Atlanta about 10 months ago, and I actually didn't have the greatest, as beautiful as Atlanta was. I loved it down there. I'm not used to, I'm originally from Iowa, and so a state that isn't predominantly black. So me going down there and seeing literally every car, every building, nothing but black folks was, I mean, absolute culture shock for me. Beautiful.
Uh,
But it also was you know, the violence is high. I looked into some research on that. In Atlanta, is there the violent crime rate is 253% higher than the national average. And I seen it, you know, I mean, I seen it when I was down there, and the homeless population was really high. I ended up actually didn't start out homeless down there, but ended up being homeless, living in my car with me and my kids for a while before I moved away. So I really experienced that down there. What
yeah,
recently, there's, you know, it's in research that I guess they took 3,000 guns were taken off the street in Atlanta in 2023, which is crazy. Uh,
yeah.
what are your thoughts on maybe this increase in violence in Atlanta? Or do you see it? You being an Atlanta native, have you seen it?
Man, not only have I seen it, I've been a part of it. I've been around it, and it's really just it's a mindset thing, man. Like even when I was outside, it was just like I was just lost. You know what I'm saying? I feel like it's a lot of people's stories. Just a lot of people's lost, and but I was one of them people that I ain't really. It was like I made that I made an ignorant choice because I ain't really have to do that. You feel what I'm saying? I feel like a lot of people that's outside now and trying to do what they do is like they really lost and they really don't know where to turn to and just simply they don't know God. You know what I'm saying? They ain't got no
Yeah,
relationship with God and I ain't gonna count like when your mind is lost, they give the enemy room to come and take over. You know what I'm saying? So when all these folks be out here doing violent crimes and really, you know, crashing out, it really don't be them, it be them demons. You feel what I'm saying?
yeah,
It be something that's took over their mind. You feel what I'm saying? Cause that it ain't really them, and that's what I had to learn too. You feel what I'm saying? It's like you just gotta I don't know you just gotta stay protected, stay covered, and it's important that's another reason why it's important to show the love of Christ too, and you know because ain't nothing more powerful than that, and that's gonna outweigh the demons every time. You feel what I'm saying? It's like when they hear the name of Jesus, they gonna flee every time. You feel what I'm saying? So
right.
you just gotta keep that armor on you like at all time. But I don't know, man. Like it's been kind of crazy in the city for a little minute, and I just feel like I don't know. It's just I just wish you know more opportunities were offered. You know what I'm saying? I feel like a lot of people feel like they got to take because they never really had nothing. You feel what I'm saying? So
Right.
I mean, I don't know. I don't know. I don't want to make no excuse for anybody. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Or any action. But yeah, I definitely would love to see like more opportunities for like the younger guys and the younger females. You feel what I'm saying? Because it's all type of stuff going on in both genders. You feel what I'm saying? So it's
Yeah,
like
definitely.
yeah.
All the
So
way around.
mm-hmm.
And as you know, everywhere has crime, everywhere has homelessness, right? Every place does. And just like you said, I try to live by that same thing. You know, when stuff is going bad, it's not flesh and blood we at war we at war with, right? We at war with, you know, something way bigger, you know, principalities. We at war with something different, right? And so I try to
Right.
keep that 100% in mind. And even after all that, you know, my plans is to move back to Atlanta.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. Come on. Come on.
yeah, definitely. But I definitely want to do work down there as far as helping either homeless or helping with the vibe, you know, just doing something so I could try to feel like I'm helping with it because, you know, it's our people down there. We got to do something to help, you know.
Yeah. Yeah. Not just talk about it, but be about it. Like
Exactly.
that's hard. That's hard right there for sure.
You know, so we almost running out of time already. I'm so sad.
Oh
So let
man.
me, so let me ask you real quick. I know that your music is starting to be coined as trap gospel. Is that what I'm hearing? Is it trap gospel?
Man,
You trap?
yeah, like that. Yeah, that's what they calling it, man. Trap gospel. At first I'm like, man, I don't really want to call it the trap, 'cause, I'm
Right,
trying to get away from that. You feel what I'm saying?
right.
I'm starting to rock with it because it is bringing people closer to what we got going on, and it's really allowing them to understand what we're doing. You feel what I'm saying? So I will say that's one way I rock with it. You feel what I'm saying? And at first I didn't even want to put no title on it. I had start
Yeah,
saying gospel rap is back. You feel what I'm saying? Because at first people didn't really understand the mission. They ain't know what I was doing, and I feel like God was telling me, especially during the pandemic, it was like, well, I'm the one who gave you these opportunities, and in the sauce and just in all these songs and stuff. You might as well just give me the credit, like tell them folks where you getting it from. You feel what I'm saying? So that's what I really just started to stand on what I was doing and stand on my purpose. And when I first started saying it, a lot of people I came up with and grew up with, it wasn't nowhere near the church. They was on some like, boy, like, I'm rocking with that. Like, I understand.
yeah.
I see what you're doing. You feel what I'm saying? I started getting way more respect. When I started saying that and doing that, like like than ever before. So, I just started to, run with it and really realize that, you really just got to trust God and give everything to God, because what's for you gonna be for you. You feel what I'm saying? So it's our job to just trust Him in every way.
Well, and I 100% agree with that, and I also think it's you're reaching, you know, the people that others can't reach, right? And if it's at the
Right.
trap and that's relatable, you know what I'm saying? That's you speaking that language and they hearing and they listening. That's exactly what you're supposed to be doing.
Fact.
You know,
Fact.
100%. So, how has your music impacted like our youth? Have you seen where they're listening? Our kids, our millennials.
Yeah, no, for sure. And that's really that was my mission from the get go too. Because even when I first started doing gospel rap, I told you I came up in church, and we used to go to church all the time, and they used to bring gospel rappers and speakers all the time to come, rap to it, talk to us, and all that. And that was just always so lame. You feel what I'm saying? Like we could never like really get with them and really, they just weren't relatable. So I always was like, man, I know if I get up there, man, I relate to my generation. I relate to my generation. Like I know what we wanna see, what we wanna hear, what we want. You know what I'm saying? So I definitely see, especially this young generation really rock with the music for real, like playing in their car. Like people send me videos all the time, like bro, they over here playing your music. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like it's really hard to see, and that's really my mission. Like, you know what I'm saying? Even like for the drip, for the chains, like everything. Like, I want to show these folks like you can really pop it for Jesus Christ for real and really, put on. You feel what I'm saying? And really stand on business for real, like in the right way. And that's just the main mission for me. I love it. I love to see it, and I feel like we ain't gonna do nothing but grow and get bigger. You feel what I'm saying? And that's gonna spread. And I just can't wait to see it.
Me too. Me too. Well, we are unfortunately out of time. Thank you so much, 1K, for being here with me. I so appreciate you doing God's work out here.
Man, for sure. I appreciate y'all having me, man. For sure, man. We gotta get up.
Yeah, so y'all know he's nominated for a Stellar Award this year. Please vote, do what y'all can. Buy, pray for Atlanta is popping. It's out here. I got it 100%. This is HPP Treasure, y'all. Thank y'all for being here. I'll see y'all next week, and thank you again, 1K Phew.
And thank y'all, man. See y'all, man. Let's get it. Gospel rap is back.